I'm here with Indianapolis Colts rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson. All right, so many questions for you here. My first question is that your favorite quarterback is Tom Brady, your favorite player of all time growing up. That's what it says here in this little bio they gave me. Is that correct?
A little bit.
All right.
He's one of them, but my favorite really was Cam, but Tom is up there as well.
Yeah. I was going to say, well, Cam makes sense because of your playing style and Cam's playing style. But I was going to say, like, you and Tom Brady, obviously, other than quarterback, you could not be more different in terms of how you guys play the game. So I was curious what you admire in Tom.
Honestly, it's his mindset, and the qualities he has. Despite all the physical traits, I run fast, I jump high, blah, 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 all that. He's a smart guy, really smart guy, and a great quarterback, and I really love that about him.
You had the chance to meet him recently.
Yeah.
What's one piece of advice that Tom gave you that really resonated with you?
Just be great overall. Be a great person, great teammate, and a great leader. You do those three, everything goes just fall in line.
I think that's really good advice.
Right.
How excited in the pre-draft process? There's a lot of talk about where could Anthony Richardson go, and there's a lot of debate all over the place. I saw one mock. I'm a Washington fan. That's my team, and I had one mock draft that said, they're getting Anthony Richardson at like 15. I'm like, Anthony Richardson ain't getting anywhere close to 15. There's no way we're getting Anthony Richardson. As it is, you go number 4 overall to the Colts. Did you always know it was the Colts, or were there a lot of teams in the mix that you talked to?
Honestly, there were a lot of teams. A lot is a kind of a
teams that had a shot at getting you, obviously.
But there were a few different teams. I didn't know the circumstances of what was going to happen at the draft. I did hear about a few teams trying to trade up and get me, but God blessed me to end up in Indianapolis, and I'm loving it.
How excited were you when you get drafted by the Colts, and you're going to play for Shane Steichen, who obviously had tremendous success with another mobile quarterback like Jalen Hurts?
Definitely excited. For one, just watching Jalen Hurts, I love watching him play, and then looking behind the scenes and realizing that Coach Steichen was a part of that, it made me feel good about myself, because I'm hoping I can do similar things as Jalen Hurts and play pretty well.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I'm sure Colts fans would love that.
Yeah.
What needs to happen? Here's a question. So you're picked number 4 overall, your top 5 overall draft pick. Expectations are obviously high. What needs to happen between now and opening day for you to be the starting quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts?
Just be prepared, learn the playbook, learn defenses, get adjusted, accustomed to all the new things that's happening in the league. Just be ready. Don't live up to expectations, because if you live up to those expectations, you're limiting yourself. So don't focus on those and just be the best version of myself I can be.
What have they said to you about your opportunity on this team? Are you expected to be the starter, or have they not gone there yet?
We haven't even talked about it, honestly. We try not to look too far ahead in the future, because if you do that, then you put stress on yourself, put pressure on yourself. So we just focus on one day at a time and just making sure I'm getting as much information as I can, so when the time does come, I can be prepared if that does happen.
Which I appreciate that. So I'm a fantasy football guy. We do a fantasy football show. Have you ever played fantasy football, Anthony?
I don't really even know how it works.
I'll explain very simply. You draft real-life NFL players. How will those players do statistically in their games is how well your fantasy team is. So I draft you, and you throw for 2 touchdowns and run for 1. You've scored 3 touchdowns for my team in addition to scoring 3 for the Colts.
Okay.
Very simple, and it just adds up,
Okay.
So, but you're expected to be a very high draft pick in fantasy drafts. No big deal, but I was in a draft where I took you number 1 overall, just saying. So no pressure. Have you heard from any friends? How often does fantasy football come up in your life, if at all?
Surprisingly, it doesn't happen often.
Really?
Surprisingly. I hear about it from time to time, but people know I don't really know much about it, so they try not to bombard me with the information.
All right. Well, listen, we're expecting big things. We're all excited to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome to the league, my friend, and continued success to you. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and Rotoworld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from Rotoworld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.